All right. What's happening, everybody? We are live. Going to be opening a couple of boxes today, this evening. So we're going to be hunting for those foils. I'd be happy with a foil captain. Foil Abishai would be ideal. Foil Promised Land obviously would be welcome. However, that's the one that I already have. So we're going for Abishai. That's kind of the goal. But if we get any foil, definitely going to be happy with that. If not, that's all right. We're just here having fun. Not going to waste too much time. We're just going to get right on into it. I've been having some fun with the Lackey Grand Prix and getting some games in, building some decks with the new cards. So hopefully you guys have been able to watch those videos and have been enjoying some of the deck building and gameplay going on there. Don't have any like focused camera or something to like read abilities or anything this time. I'm going to be doing it a little bit quicker than the first box opening I did the week after Nationals. Matt, if I get a second foil Promised Land, you could use it. Well, if you got a few $100s and desire for it, then maybe we'll see. Those things are going for quite a bit right now. So we got Caleb as our rare, a Hydra. I don't mind seeing another Lost Soul here. It is subdued, so it's a common, but the Lost Souls usually fetch a little bit more, even for the commons. So I think I will probably just set the rares aside. We're not going to be doing anything with the roots cards. Just going to be leaving those. Pretty straightforward opening we got going on here. Just looking for the Israel's Inheritance stuff. Got Deceitful Possessions, Told Before Truth, Valiant Moabites, and Crumbled from a Shout. I should have looked. Maybe I should do that real quick. Just look at what cards I'm still missing from this set. Which ones I'm still looking for. Israel's Inheritance. Let's do that, and then we'll sort by ones that I don't have. So I'm missing about, let's see, missing 37 cards total. A Hydra was one of them, so we got that. If I sort by the rarity, sorry you guys can't see what I'm doing here. I don't have it set up for that, but I'm missing 13 rares, and I guess the math is 24 commons. So I'm sure that between the two boxes we'll be able to fill the rest of this out. That would be ideal. Samuel, Born of Prayer. That was one of the rares I was missing, which is nice. This was one of the ones in the, or kind of the main driver of the Prophet Soulhide deck that I was running in this, the video being released today. Is it live yet? I think so. I should look. I messed up and I put my computer to sleep before actually getting it. So yeah, it's been live for let's see. Well, it was supposed to be live at noon, but it's been maybe like an hour or so since it's actually been live. But yeah, Samuel, Prophets, doing some Soulhide with Sadducees. Got a Jabin the Assembler, Refusal of Entry, and Discerning Judgment. I feel like Discerning Judgment was one of the commons I needed. So I'm happy about that. Yep, that is correct. I need Captain's Sword as well. Israel Turned Away. The Edomite curse, which I think is kind of the better of the curses of the themes. So this one is a little off-cut, which is a little unfortunate. It's kind of got a wide right side here. Excuse me. But that's all right. Still playable. Retribution for Sin, March from Edom, and the Trumpeting Priests. Yeah, Israel Turned Away is an actual battle winner and an artifact, which is kind of nice, and it's pretty much at any time. So while your Edomite is blocking, you may banish this card to withdraw all heroes. You can also just use the enhancement as a battle winner to withdraw all heroes. And yeah, seems pretty flexible and powerful. We got Forced Labor, the Canaanite dominant. Underdeck up to X heroes. X is the number of evil Canaanites opponents control. 5 Kings, the Lord's Army, and a Dino's Spear. I think Forced Labor is kind of funny in the Canaanite mirror match, where you get both players using Canaanites, and then they just control a bunch of evil Canaanites, so you can underdeck like a whole offense. We got Holy Ground. Another, a lot of these cards are kind of off-cut a little bit, which is unfortunate, but Holy Ground is the rare. I mean, that's pretty close for, redemption standards, so can't be too disappointed by that. But foreseen by Samuel, pleading with Edom and the bearers of the ark. It's gonna be nice to start actually building physical decks, because I haven't built any physical Israel's Inheritance decks, just decks on Lackey. Mostly because I don't have all of the cards yet, but Vow for Samuel, that was another one that I needed. The rare in this pack. We got the Woman of Thebes. She's probably going to be one of the more sought after commons. Maybe a couple bucks or something like that. Hey Tyler, how's it going? Return of the King and Hellas the Paltite. Woman of Thebes, because you can, somebody asked this in the Discord today, can you give Woman of Thebes as the Canaanite for her own ability? You can, which is what makes her pretty good. Kind of just a chump block, sort of like old school Uzzah, but she does stay in play, so something like a 3 Woes or Angel of God, a few other things. Oops, sorry, bumped the mic there. A few other dominance and other cards could negate her still. So it's a I don't know. It's still pretty good, and then of course it's in your opponent's territory. So if you don't deal with her, then you can your opponent can use her against you. So we got a Great Plunder, the Begrudging King, Relatives. I'd like to see more Lost Souls. It's good, and David's Chariots. Got just a little over half of the box yet to go. The first box. Hey, Jeremy, welcome to the stream. Fear Has Fallen. Let me know in the comments what you guys have been building in physical decks. I know I'm sure a lot of you have been on Lackey building, but I want to know who's been building with physical cards and what themes you've been trying out. Gotta actually get the physical feel going. We got Husham, the Temanite. He banished Lost Soul. I like seeing that one. And Struggle Against Saul. Jeremy, check your phone. Tyler's got Joshua, Phillies, Canaanites builds. Okay, I like Phillies, Canaanites. I'm curious to see like what the balance is of that. Is that a list that you've posted? I got Deborah the Victorious. I like seeing her. A rare. I was trying to think if I guess because Deborah just exchanges in territory, she's probably not a 2 of in type 2. That's one of the things that I look at with like powerful cards and characters, particularly unique characters. Like, is this a character that I'd use 2 of in type 2 just because of the strong ability? But yeah, probably not for Deborah. But Threatening Sword, God is with you, and another Woman of Thebes. Look at that. She might be one that you use a few more than just one of in type 2, just because the give and protect ability is pretty strong. All right, another Vow for Samuel, our first duplicate rare from this box, which is 10 packs in, not too bad. I guess this is the 11th pack, right? Are there 12 on each side? Hold on now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, maybe I grabbed one from the other side. Okay. We've got the right number of packs, don't worry. Adino the Esnite, the Subdued Moabites, and Joshua's Sword. It doesn't have any physical decks yet. We're going to do Joshua Wilderness. I like that. It's like super wild. A lot of Joshua, or a lot of wilderness heroes in the Joshua offense is what I noticed. You got Well for David. Take an OT purple weapon from reserve. If you're equipped OT human attacks, you may draw 1. little disappointed that this only triggers once. I kind of want to get a draw for all of the guys that are equipped that enter battle, but that's all right. Helez the Paltite, no assembly, and Scarlet Line. Looks like Tyler posted his Philistine Canaanite list in Discord here, so maybe I'll have to go check that out. We got a Benaiah Lion Slayer. So I guess we're just over, or this is the first pack of the second half of the box here. Benaiah, gonna be building some David's Mighty Men here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was a draw for all, but then it's +2 or +10 by turn 2. Yeah, it's kind of just crazy. Like, I mean, you don't have between the other drawing abilities is what he's saying. With Well for David, you get all that drawing. Swallowed by the Forest, Do Not Be Afraid, and Elieser's Sword. All right, all right. Guys, got any predictions on the ultra rare in this box? I'd be happy. I mean, like, I don't necessarily need any of the ultra rares in particular. Jeremy said it's strange seeing me with that much facial hair. It is, yeah. I've been kind of letting it go out a little bit, get a little crazy. In part because like I might be going to a costume party for like the weekend before Halloween, and I don't know what the costume's gonna be, so that's kind of been my excuse. It's that in addition to laziness. But you know, like if I'm gonna be like, you know, ZZ Top or something like that, I gotta at least have something going there. So I don't know. I obviously am not gonna get full ZZ Top, but we got Esau's Land as the rare here. Like seeing more Edomite stuff. I feel like Edomites are gonna be like probably the defense out of the set that I have the most fun with, or like that I might be more or the most likely to like build a physical deck with first. Idol of Chemosh, the Unconsenting King, and another Woman of Thebes. We got 3 of her so far in this box. Not the worst thing. All right. Great Plunder, another one of those. It's another duplicate rare out of this box. Abishai's Spear, Zelek the Ammonite, and the Man of God. Wonder how many of the Mighty Men we've gotten so far. I think all we need is a foil Abishai to finish it off, right? David's Stronghold, go with the Mighty Men theme. Not sure how I feel about David's Stronghold. Like giving your good OT warriors, or I guess your OT purple warriors CBP. Obviously the protection and territory is kind of nice, but in giving them CBP, it's something that I'm trying to decide if that's worth building around with something like Holy of Holies or the Pact with Death, something like that. But I don't know. It kind of just relies on having David's Stronghold out and keeping it around, which might be tricky. If your opponent takes that out, then you know, you're pretty much all or entirely shut down by your own stuff if you want to run Holy of Holies or Pact with Death. So nice part is that they're artifacts, so you can turn them off, I guess, and if you need to. But Refusal of Entry, the Terrified Chiefs, and Adoni Bezek Thumbless. No thumbs. He also might be seen and are kind of splashed in with other like Canaanite splashes, I guess, because you can tutor for Woman of Thebes, but we shall see. Deceitful Possessions, that's a duplicate rare now out of this box. 5 Kings, Dreamers, and I Am Refuge. The first Covenant weapon that also involves music. That'd also be kind of fun to build a deck around, is just how many cards you can fit in that have David in the title. You've got a few different evil characters. You've got a good number of enhancements. Of course, whatever version of David you end up wanting to use. David's harp. Yeah, plenty of stuff. And you've got a card that David's Harp can tutor for that also could tutor David's Harp. Tyler said he made a Stronghold Caleb to go with Pact with Death. Holy of Holies is a potential archetype, or you could flip up the art as needed and your offense still works. Yeah. Yeah, I think it could be cool. I mean, I feel like there have to be enough ways to get David's Stronghold and the artifact set up, which, like, for its Pact with Death, you've got, like, the Endless Treasures, but they're not in, like, Delivered Brigades or Offering Your Son Brigades. So, you know, well, I guess Temple Dedication, that's purple. I can go for Holy of Holies. Got a Victorious Being. That I like seeing that rare. That's it's kind of like the Angel of the Winds of this set. Just a very versatile hero that can go in most decks. Jehu, Messagebringer, Joshua's Covenant, Valiant Moabites. All decent cards there. Got 6 packs left and no ultra rare yet. So I'm gonna set the box over to the side here. See if any of these feel particularly heavy, like they've got a foil card in them. Yeah. All right, another Israel Turned Away. More duplicate rares. Threatening Sword, Enemies to the South, and Shama the Hararite. Hararite. Kind of fun to say. Now, has anybody made a deck with all of the David's Mighty Men yet? That's a question. Can you squeeze them all into one deck? Zebul the Fraud. It's a unique rare here. You may draw 2. You give your Evil Canaanite to opponent's territory to convert a hero to a good brigade this turn. So he kind of also, as a standalone blocker, works against a lone hero. He can give himself. So you draw 2, you can give himself, and then convert their lone hero in battle. If they have a way to negate him right away, you know, you're basically just putting them in special initiative. But if you have, like, Glory of the Lord, you could pair it with that. Just gotta hope they don't have a way to add to battle, I guess. Abizer the Anathite. Yeah. Double the Anathite, Battle Cry, and Inherit Canaan. You know, seeing Battle Cry without the mass band ability is a little weird, but it's kind of the Jordan Interrupted copy, I guess, or it's, you know, kind of the interrupt the battle, draw 1 or 3 if used by Joshua Hero and Plane Enhancement. So it's kind of the replacement or filler for Jordan Interrupted. Oh, okay. So deck that Tyler was talking about was a playtest deck. Show, favorite offense. So showing a video on Monday. All right. All right. A little advertisement for Tyler Talks. If you guys aren't subscribed, go and get over there. You're going to see his favorite offense in a video on Monday. So I'm curious. My interest is piqued. Got Struck and Scattered. Underdeck all heroes in battle. If opponent controls an evil cannon, underdeck all heroes in their territory, regardless of protect abilities. This is a pretty strong battle winner, especially if you can make it CBN somehow, like Sisera, something like that. Seems pretty good. Struggle Against Saul, March from Edom, and Asahel Swift-Footed. Yeah, Deborah's Directive is kind of the mass band equivalent. Ambush the City. All right. Not an ultra rare. We got 2 packs left. Is it going to be the last one? Oh, man. Struck on 5 Kings is so good. Oh, is that the one that restricts them from playing enhancements? Yeah. Seems like that could be good. Ambush the City, interrupt and end the battle as a stalemate to begin a new battle. Haven't really found any ways to use this like super effectively yet. Like I don't know that there are really any like combos you can do with it, but basically like if it's kind of like a grapes or something where you make it so that they can, or so that they like choose a blocker they're like their strongest blocker. And then, this doesn't give them special initiative or anything, and especially if it's a unique blocker, then they won't be able to block with it again. Obadiah's Hidden 100, Joab's Spears and Scraps Under the Table. Yeah, I think I opened to 5 kings. It's the, restrict 5 or less is what you're saying. Yeah, you may give your evil candidate to opponent's territory to restrict players from playing enhancements with strength 5 or less. You may draw 1. So if you get struck and scattered, you get stricken in there. Oh wait, no, I guess stricken would be 5 or less. So yeah, that doesn't work. But I mean, struck and scattered by itself should be good. If your opponent doesn't have a Jordan Interrupted, or I guess that's not a rare, but with the 7 strength, they're higher. Ooh, there is an Abishai, but he is not a foily Abishai. That's all right. That's quite okay. Don't mind seeing another one of him. We got Abishai, Chief of 30. Take an OT purple weapon from deck or equip it to this card. If alone, may ban to a purple warrior or up to 2 equipped purple warriors. That's our ultra rare from the first box. And Hellas the Paltite. Struggle against Saul and not among you. Plot to kill and the KL, negate or bounce and regrets. Oh yeah, those are the 6 strength enhancement. Gabe with abs. How do you know that Gabe doesn't have abs already? I've never gone swimming with the guy. Fear Has Fallen, another one of those. To finish up this box, another Banished. I like seeing more of those. Crumbled from a Shout and the Trumpeting Priests. Overall, pretty decent spread in this box. I think 4 or 5 duplicate rares, but that's not too bad. And Abishai is our ultra rare for this box. Put him right on top there. You guys can still see him. All right. Manual Fear Has Fallen, yeah. Yeah, that art is it's whack. It's one of the ones that you kind of think like, oh, is that one of the AI arts? And they just kind of mess up. It's like, no, that's just Francisco Goya for you. All right, got all my roots cards off to the side here. They're gonna fall over. I'm gonna put them in 2 piles. All right, box number 2. Can we find a foil? I don't have super high hopes. I've never had much. I feel like I'm just not a particularly lucky person. However you want to twist that or believe in that. But maybe I just don't. I've never won the lottery, but I've never played. So maybe I just got to try it out. All right, starting off with an Esau's Land in this pack. Is our rare here. Protecting the Edomites and getting some stuff from reserve. Gotten a lot of stuff from reserve with that Esau's Land and play testing, so I like it. The Rebuking Emissary is another one that seems like it would be kind of fun. It's a kind of the Lightning Priest style hero, where if it's discarded, you can discard an evil card, release any number of captured heroes, may ban to any number of them. Unfortunately, Captive or the Lightning Priest thing in Type 2 didn't work, or doesn't work super well anymore because you only get the 4 triggers off Captive Priest, so you can't really do it on turn 1, but doing it on turn 2 is still reasonable, I think. You get all the new Clay Priests to play with, so kind of, I think this is a reasonable inclusion in that deck. A little better than the Liberating Angel, I would say. And then Rahab the Promised. See if Rahab gets played in any of my Joshua decks, because I think I like having the Cloud of Witnesses Rahab that can use Lost Child Found to bounce Promised Land. All right, another Israel Turned Away. That's their 3rd one in these 2 boxes. Not ideal, but not the worst. Oh, I was going to go look at Tyler's deck in between boxes. Got the Man of God, I Am Refuge, and the Lord's Army. 2 ultra rares in the same pack is a little lucky, I suppose. That did happen to me. So maybe that's the That's the one, or that's what I have to count on. I have to channel that energy into this box. Get a foil, Abishai, and a regular one, right? Okay, so the Phillies and Canaanites are pretty evenly split. I mean, it's like Lot's wife, Woman of Thebes, Crafty, Gibby Knights, and Adoni Bezek. So basically, just all the ones that can go and get the Woman of Thebes, or go to reserve for like Foreign Wives or Five Kings. I concealed Canaanites in reserve there too. I'm just checking out Tyler's Joshua Philly Canaanites deck that he posted on Discord. All right, I'll get back to opening. You guys don't get bored on me or something. You know, if you're not on Discord looking at the list. Not your possession. Well, it's mine now. Getting good enhancement, diffused by a Moabite, place in territory for 2 turns, restrict opponents from attacking. So this is this one and the Canaanite one. I'm trying to think of how to like get those maybe both in the same deck and then do like some side battle shenanigans. Because if you play this in a side battle, then you actually get the 2 turns worth of restrict out of it. If you just play it during a normal battle, then you do have to or like it triggers your counts on your next turn and then on your turn after that, so that your opponent will only have 1 attack or battle phase in between. But part of the problem is that it negates a good enhancement, so you're probably going to be negating, like, unless there's another good enhancement that you can target, it might negate your side battle enhancement. So you gotta be tricky with that. Yeah, stay away from that card in Type 2. We'll see. Refusal of entry, Joshua's command, and God is with you. Frankly, I'm just a little bit disappointed that the Edomites didn't get a variant of that. So, could use Edomites in Type 2 with that one, but that's all right. Got another David Stronghold. It is just a note, like, if it seems like I'm getting a lot of duplicate rares, it is kind of a smaller set. I think there are only 36 rares. Is that right? So, I mean, out of 24 packs, odds are decent that I'm going to get a few duplicate rares. I think Not Your Possession is the only one I didn't get in the first box already, but that's all right. Bearers of the Ark, Foreseen by Samuel, Scraps Under the Table. Couldn't get a balanced or unique. Yeah, that's all right. Does the black one negate enhancement as well? Negate a good enhancement? So that might be easier to play in a side battle if it doesn't, but probably doesn't do much in a regular battle if it unless it does. All right, Holy Ground, negated. Yeah, we already got one of those. Negate an evil card, protect from the next, cannot be prevented. So it works on the OG Captain of the Host. Return of the King, March from Edom, and Concealed Canaanites. Mm-hmm. Right, Joshua the Commander. I don't know if did I get one of him in the or did I have one of him already? No, he was one of the ones I still needed. So hopefully I open a second one. I wouldn't mind opening a duplicate Joshua. Joshua's Sword, Trumpeting Priests, and Slaves to Eglon. That one seems pretty good. It's kind of the scattered capture Moabite CBN of more than 1 heroes in battle. Eglon's Army is the rare. Hey, speaking of OG Captain of the Host, there he is. You may draw 1 if opponent opponent has more than 10 cards in hand and another Moabite is in play. Protect OT Lost Souls from rescue. The speed bump guy. For those of you who know the speed bump Lost Soul from the priest set. The subdued Moabites, enemies to the south, and the 5 kings. A few more duplicates here. Duplicate commons are going to be fairly common. Not unexpected, that's for sure. Another Samuel. If only Samuel was generic and you could just, chain 4 Samuels together or something in Type 2 and then just look at all the look at your cards and really craft your next draw. Got another Subdued. Haven't heard Speed Bump in a long time. That's basically what he is. You know, Discerning Judgment and Shama the Harrowite. Alright, another Struck and Scattered. This is just going to be too many duplicate rares. There's still, let's see, how many are there that I still need? I haven't gotten Called to Prophecy yet. I got Well for David, I got Vow for Samuel. I need House of Samuel, Land of Chemosh. Oh, I haven't opened a Disoriented yet? Oh boy, that's unfortunate. Well, I didn't have Samuel or Struck and Scattered from my previous box openings. So let's see. Yeah, I think I'm like 7 or 8 short still. The Crafty Gibby Knights, Obadiah's Hidden 100, and Joshua's Covenant. Another Ambush. Just gotta figure out like what generic hero do I need to put in a deck to just like play 4 ambushes, ambush the cities, and figure out a way to recur them and stuff. Like just keep on starting over the battle. Hellas the Paltite, Struggle Against Saul, and Husham the Temanite. Does the timer start over for battle when you begin a new one for the battle phase? How many Ambush the Cities can I play in one turn? Seems more like a classic deck to me, just because you don't have the ways to like you need to be able to play Highway, like old school Highway with this, and figure out a way to get it back. Although I guess you'd have to play Highway after it, which you can't really do. So yeah, I don't know how it'll work. You need like a momentum change kind of effect, but they don't have that for good enhancements. Arba, Greatest Anakim. Anakin, wait, no. Retribution for Sin, Valiant Warrior, and Intervening of Prophecy. Oh, there's our ultra rare for this box. We got another Promised Land, but not a foily one. Womp womp. No foils today, but that's all right. We still take what we can get. Promised Land. We'll put it over here. Hydra, Cloak Terror, Caleb's Sword, David's Servants. Guess I'm gonna have to buy a few more boxes, right? Get those foils. All right, another David Stronghold. Oh man, I don't need more of these. Started talking about a deck with it, with Pact with Death and Holy of Holies, and then the box has just given me all of them that I need, even more than I need. Joab's Spears, David's Chariots, and Pleading with Edom. That doesn't quite work as well as I wanted it to. Pleading with Eden, like that would be more like it. Hey, there's a second Joshua the Commander. Don't mind seeing that. And one of the guys in my playgroup was looking to trade for one, so now I've got an extra, which is good. The Protecting King, the Clashing King, and Crumbled from a Shout. Hey, Doeg the Slaughterer. I think that was one of the ones that I still needed. So happy to see that rare. This guy kind of intrigues me a bit. You can draw 1. If you do not, you may banish a card from your reserve to discard a hero in a territory, or a priest may ban to an Edomite. So he gets a lot of value. You get to hit something from their reserve, hit a hero in their territory, and then ban. So it's kind of a free... some free value. You could just add in a banding chain there, which Edomites do plenty of banding. So I think, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out if he's good enough for a type 1 defense, or if he's just relegated to the type 2 corner, or I don't know what you want to call it, but type 2 territory. Adino the Esnite, no assembly. David's servants. He used to not have if you do not, and he was doing like 4 abilities. See, then he would definitely be in a type 1 deck. It wouldn't even be a question, does he belong in the type 1 Edomite defense? He would definitely do that if he got the draw 1 and the rest of the abilities. But yeah, that would be a little bit much. I agree. Another Israel turned away. Is that 4 of them between the 2 boxes here? Third banished. That's not the worst. Struggle against Saul and march from Edom. The thing with the Lost Souls from this set, other than Disoriented, like, you don't really need duplicates of it. Like, something like Prosperity from Fall of Man, I believe that was a common, and yet you're always happy to see another one of those because they're going to go in pretty much every deck. Whereas like Banished and Subdued and Relatives, they're specific to the theme, so you're probably not going to need more than a few of them if you want to build multiple decks. Another Great Plunder, King Abimelech, Hyrai the Beerathite, and Obadiah's Hidden 100. That is, okay, yeah, that is unique. So you can't just like chain these together and band a bunch of the Obadiah's Hidden 100 together. Hey, there's a Disoriented. Let's go. That's kind of the one. Like if I wasn't gonna get a foil in this box, Disoriented was my next up option. Honestly, at this point, I maybe would have taken Disoriented over the Promised Land, but not that I'm saying I'll trade a Promised Land for a Disoriented, but just saying I'm more excited to see the Disoriented than the Promised Land. Quake and Edom, Pleading with Edom, and Adoni Bezek Thumbless. I think we should be pretty close. I want to say there's still... I still need a Call to Prophecy. Still need a House for Samuel in the land of Chemosh, or Chemosh, however you want to say it. And I think maybe 1 or 2 Crimson evil characters, but Eliezer the Ahwite, Abishai's Spear, Fruit of the Land, and Woe to Chemosh. This was one of the dual alignment enhancements that I felt like wasn't quite as good, or like, I mean, it's still playable, perhaps in the theme, but the evil enhancement side doesn't, I don't know, quite entice me unless you're kind of built around like an idol or something that you want to get out, but it only goes to reserve. So if you're really built around something like that, you probably want it in the main deck. So I don't know. Take an OT Grey card from reserve isn't the worst though. I mean, grab an unsuccessful or something, but it's got bigger numbers and it'll give up initiative. So yeah. Another Doeg the Slaughterer, Iron Chariots, Shamma the Harrowite, and Stone Carriers. I like seeing more Stone Carriers. That's one that will probably, in a Joshua type 2 deck, you'd want maybe 2 or 3 copies of, just because it kind of represents whatever other Joshua hero you want. And they're generic, so having multiple of them isn't too bad. I wonder, is there a way to... Trying to think of ways that you could band multiple of them in before the block. You could do something like the guy that releases captured humans and bans them in, but then you have to figure out how to capture your own stone carriers, and that's probably a little more work than necessary, or than you want to do. But I don't know, something like they're banning enhancements that involve music and rotation. Play them on David, the psalmist. I don't know. Caleb, back to the beginning, our first rare that we opened tonight. Yeah, Battle Cry, Joshua's Covenant, and Refuse to Listen. Tower of Thebes. Canaanite, Evil Fortress. Protect Canaanites and territory from harm, which, there are a few good Canaanites, so, it will protect, like, your Rahab and, your, King Hiram, I don't know. One of the decks that I've kind of been thinking about building is, um, Deceitful Possessions, and having like both Rahab and King Hiram in the deck as just like good add to battle of the good Canaanites. I think those are the only two good Canaanites in rotation. Of course, you could convert some of them, and like I don't know, maybe there are some that are good converted, but yeah, you get them protected. Like I don't know, Arba, Greatest Anakim, he could fit in with David's Mighty Men offense or something, because if you don't give an evil Canaanite to opponent's territory, you could ban to a warrior with strength 10 or greater. So a few of them, like Abishai. Although I guess you want him to be alone, but I covered up Abishai. Anyways, Tower of Thebes can protects your good Canaanites too. That's all I was really getting at. Each upkeep you can take up to X OT black cards from reserve. I feel like you got to be full Canaanites and like still maybe you want to play this. Like I don't know if the protection from harm is good enough, because I just feel like you're going to run out of cards in reserve to get with Tower of Thebes, unless you have something that you're kind of like cycling back and forth in your reserve. But I don't know. Threatening Sword, Inhabiting the Land, and Ira the Tekoite. Tekoite, probably. Snatched Spear. I like seeing another one of those. One of the better weapons in the set, in part because it's dual alignment, but also because it gives you the choose the blocker, or I guess choose opponent ability. Has to be used on a lone warrior, though. The Clashing King, lone OT warrior, should specify. The Clashing King. Alright, so this is one that if you convert, you could play an enhancement with a capture ability. So how many good enhancements are there with a capture ability? Probably none that banned. Or at least, that also banned. Might have to look into that. What good enhancements with capture abilities are there that would be good to play on Clashing King pre-block? Abizer, the Anathite. Yeah, Anathite. The Man of God. Some of these take a little practice in saying them. I guess you gotta start playing David's Mighty Men so that 10 it kills. Is it capture ability? Or are you talking about something else? Oh, you use 10 it kills the sun to band him in, maybe? I'm not following you, Tyler. Sorry. And we got Joab the General, Jabin the Assembler, Adino's Spear, Joshua's Command. Yeah, there aren't too many good enhancements that capture. Like, it's like capturing Canaan. It's not terrible. It kind of fits with some of the theme stuff. I would expect it to be kind of in like the Joshua theme or something, but a lot of them are just destroying stuff, not necessarily capturing people. So I'll shuffle, take. Yeah, probably not in this set that I remember seeing, but let's see. Oh, you could convert Jabin the Assembler. Give another evil Canaanite to opponent's territory to discard all cards in battle. That'd be fun. All right, let's see. What other evil characters can you convert in this set? David's servants, probably not. Add an evil Canaanite, no. Abimelech, probably not. He is a judge, though. Protecting king. Most of the Moabite stuff, probably not, because a lot of them interact with lost souls. Discard all cards in battle. No, we're not doing that again. Crafty Gibeonites. Looking at the hand, kind of nice, but you're exchanging with a human Canaanite from deck or reserve. But there probably aren't enough good human Canaanites to make that worthwhile. So if you convert the subdued Moabites, and then your Ruth is defeated by an opponent, you could add the subdued Moabites to battle. Little battle extension, I guess. That'd be like a Ruth Voltron deck or something. You just have the add to battle option. Converting the 5 kings is kind of interesting. Like if you just build a deck with a bunch of like 6 or 7 strength like good enhancements, and then you use the 5 kings and as a hero to attack. You could put them at the end of a banning chain. That's not too bad. I kind of like that idea. Because there are definitely more good enhancements that fall under this restriction than evil enhancements, but still, you're not necessarily going to be using them or built around that unless you're using the card. Huh. So maybe that's a deck. It'd be now I got to figure out a way to make him CBN too. Zebul, probably not. Just converting a hero. Put Abishai down here so I don't get them all greasy. I did wash my hands before opening, but you know. Evil Edomites from the next good enhancement blade of battle. You can draw X, limit 3. No. Thebes, no. Take this card from heroes with strength X or less. You may play an Edomite from deck. So if you get 9 cards in your opponent's banish pile, you could protect Begrudging King from himself and then do something. I don't know. Play New Beginning. Back in the day. Alright. We're going with the 5 kings. Got to build a deck around converting 5 kings, running a bunch of high strength, good enhancements. And I think we'll be golden. All right, that is it. Those were 2 boxes. I feel like that went pretty quick, but you know we're trying to be efficient with this box opening here, trying to just get to the ultra rares, see if we can pull any foils. Unfortunately, no foils to be found in these 2 boxes, but maybe we'll do some hunting again at some point down the road when I decide, you know, or convince myself to in my bank account to buy some more boxes, I guess. But we shall see. So thank you all for those of you who joined. If you guys enjoyed or seeing some Israel's Inheritance be opened, and post your deck lists and share what you've been doing with Israel's Inheritance. There's a lot of fun cards in this set and a lot of fun things to build around. So I'm excited to see what you all come up with, and keep an eye out for future videos on my channel taking some of these cards and putting them in the decks and into trying to have some fun with these. And check out Tyler's channel on Monday for his favorite offense. I'm curious, so we'll see what he's got going. But thanks, y'all. We'll catch y'all next time.